Welcome back to History. In today's video, I will count out 10 facts about Queen Victoria. As always, if you like these kind of videos, please hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's jump right into the video. Queen Victoria should have never been born. You've heard it right. The woman that reigned for over 60 years would have not been born if history went another way. In 1817, the only legitimate grandchild of George III, Princess Charlotte, died after childbirth. Neither her father, the direct heir to the throne, nor any of his 14 siblings had any legitimate children. As a result of the succession crisis, George's brothers dumped their mistresses and married. It was the fourth brother, Edward, who eventually won the race for an heir with the birth of the future Queen Victoria. Her first name actually was Alexandrina after her godfather, Tsar Alexander I. Further names wished by her parents like Georgina, Charlotte, and Augusta were dropped on instructions of Victoria's uncle, George. She left a huge impact on the world while she herself was only 152 centimeters or 5 feet tall. Her uncle Leopold was so worried about her short stature that he advised her to exercise more. Victoria and her later husband Albert were first cousins. Victoria's mother and Albert's father were siblings. Another fun fact is that Victoria had to propose to Albert since she was the queen and it would have been inappropriate for Albert to ask a monarch's hand. Queen Victoria was one of the first women to use the newly invented chloroform during labor. After her doctors advised her not to use the pain-soothing drug during her previous labors, Victoria got her way during the birth of her eighth child, Prince Leopold. After growing up in a strictly ruled household under the so-called Kensington system, she had a bad relationship with her mother until her death in 1861. It was then that Victoria discovered her mother's diary and found out that she had loved her dearly. It is believed that Victoria was the first carrier of hemophilia in her bloodline. She passed it on to her own son, Leopold, who died at age 30 when he slipped and fell. The disorder also found its way into the Romanov dynasty through Victoria's granddaughter, Alex of Hesse, and is partially blamed for the downfall. She popularized the white wedding dress. Before her time, brides would just wear their best dress regardless of the color. Victoria wished for a white dress because she wanted to show off the lace embroidery. She even requested her guests to not wear white so she could stand out. After the death of her beloved Albert, Victoria fell into deep depression and mourned, only wearing black until her own death 40 years later. Victoria threatened to abdicate at least 5 times during the Russo-Turkish War. She tried to pressure her Prime Minister Disraeli with her threats to act against Russia, but it ended up having no impact. These were 10 quick facts about Queen Victoria. I'd like to know how many of these you've already knew, so comment that down below. See you next time at Back to History.